Alright guys, today I just wanted to cover a few of the basic things that I didn't cover yesterday, and that was things like this right here. This is one of the contracts, the Chimera, or Chimera, however you want to say it. I'm going to say Chimera. Anyways, this is the Chimera contract, and this is how you can earn reputation for them, plus a core for doing this, and you use both of those to buy stuff out of the legendary box. There's also the new pursuits. And I'm going to the wrong thing. Pursuits. And a lot of them are beat these co-op maps on the hardest level, blah, blah, blah. Not good stuff. I mean, you get some legendary items, actually, for doing them this time, which is kind of nice. But, and that one's a shield right there. But one of the nice things is, on some of the ones further down, is it's just killing stuff. And, man, killing stuff is just wonderful. I mean, I know those maps are going to be so much fun, I'm sure, to do. We get good people, won't matter, but I love to kill stuff, so that's just fine. And not only that, but killing stuff gives us this new sword, which is, you know, I don't know what kind of damage this sword's going to do or whatnot, you know, compared to the other ones. I'm sure it's going to look the same, a different color. I'm sure I'm still going to break down my other sword if it's just as good, and put my orange whatever mod onto it, so it'll be orange instead of the whatever color it's going to be. I think somebody mentioned lavender. So that's what you get there, but I like this. Killing stuff is wonderful. It's a wonderful way to get a pursuit. Those are some of the easier and better pursuits because it's almost something that just you get for just playing the game. Now, if you're looking at the little yellow dots, because I've seen a lot of people in chat going, what is the yellow dots? Those things right next to your health that look like little yellow shields, that's kind of what they are in the end. They're the new armor that they've added in, and you see right here this repair armor plates. This is like in all of the stop areas you go to, right next to an ammo box. And all you have to do is same as you would for ammo, and when those things are empty and they're not full anymore and you hit that, it will fill them up and it will give you those extra armor plates, which is supposed to help give you some damage mitigation from the enemies. So that's a nice little thing they did, which, I mean, because we need everything we can get. Problem is did we need them? The enemies have them, so take them from the enemies, take them from us. But it's just one more step, one more thing to make it more like an MMO than the shooter that we've actually been playing. Because it hasn't been very MMO-ish. It's been more of just a third-person shooter. Now it's kind of their move towards the MMO area. So that's one of the reasons they've added this in. So fun times with that. Just keep an eye out for that. We'll make sure you, before you go anywhere, stop by and fill your armor up if you need it, because it does help. So let's not get past that. Now for my next part, I have to show you this. This is a daily. This is just a reputation daily, and to me this was kind of hard. I thought unnecessarily hard. Now, I mean, it's gonna seem easy at first. These guys, a few of these, boom, they're gone, and I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't gonna be that bad. This is just gonna take a minute, because I'm used to this particular one. Literally, you could do it in about a minute and a half. This one was real easy to do. Not so much anymore. Now, I mean, I did make it harder on myself because I want to do things as fast. You're only supposed to do one of those at a time. Suggesting you only do one of those at a time, because what do? I'm not running these guys. Let's see if I can get them both done. I'll just blow them all up in one big explosion and we'll get the hell out of here. Yeah. Because the second one is probably the one that's actually gonna release the Kraken. We'll say, oh, look at this. This is just insanity. This is an easy thing to do. This is one of the easier little reputation things you have to do. And look at this. Look at all these guys spitting fire. And I recognize, you got to learn to recognize what's the most dangerous. The guys behind me I can outrun. These guys are shooting fire just wherever I go. They are the #1 priority for me to take out. There is nothing more important than taking out archers. That is common knowledge if you've played this game for long at all. Get rid of those archers as quickly as you can. And I'm already going, oh crap, because I've put a lot of rounds into them. And don't get to ask me why. I am doing this as hard as possible, because if you don't see the 10, I am fighting the hardest possible situation I can. I'm the only one here. There must be someone in the area. There was a incursion nearby, so I'm guessing maybe that's really ramped this up. But Yeah, so what you are seeing is the absolute 100% hardest thing it can possibly be. I mean, this was just crap for me. Like, wow, this is... But I'm determined. I'm going to do it. And you see, this is kind of like if you ever played Call of Duty Zombies, same thing. I'm just going to run around in circles and let them follow me. My problem right now is ammo. I don't have any ammo. So, that's okay, though. I'm good enough to figure it out. That's what I did. But I still had to do my #1 priority, which was skip out. That was, why are you behind a tree? I was like, that's not fair. But I realized, I mean, it's not going to take long to realize, hey, the gun isn't going to do it. It's just not with this many enemies and with that Monarch. Oh, my God, with that Monarch on my ass. So, I know, you already know you've got to get more ammo. I've got to get ammo for that thing, so. And the cluster drop is a necessity. I thought about using my boomer when I went in, but I was like, no, I think it always feels like my cluster drop does better against hellbugs than a boomer, so that's okay. We'll do that. But you can keep watching this, and I'm going to talk about something else that you kind of sort of have to pay attention to. It's not as big a deal as I think people make it out to be. It is still a big deal, but nano effects. There's so much different. I mean, the #1 nano effect on everybody's list now is bio. Bio was never considered that great of a nano, and now technically it's listed as the best one because bio just absolutely destroys the little armors like yours. It just destroys that, and it makes it a lot easier to get through and kill the enemy. I still really think Siphon is better than people think, but I run a build like most people do not. I mean, you do not have to, crit while crouched and do all of that crap. I don't have to do all of that to beat people in any event. I don't use hardly any kind of damage perks like a lot of people do. You see them all crouched down and everything, which I can't stand that. I don't want to be crouched down. I want to be running and fighting. And I use defensive perks, and they don't stack anymore, so people might be like, well, why are you using that if they don't stack anymore? Well, the game will decide which one to use when. I mean, I want to give the game the best opportunity to keep me alive, and even right now, even though I'm not using a single, I mean, it's a wasted perk for the moment because I don't have the gun on, because I'm still trying to level up a no nano gun, but I'm using the Bloodsucker perk. That way, whenever I'm using Siphon, I am getting as much life sent back to me as possible. So that's kind of how I'm running the build right now. It doesn't mean I'm not going to change that up. I'm going to try other things, but I got to get some levels and get some more stuff. And my favorite gun was a Siphon gun, so for the moment being, that's what we're going to use. Now they say electrical took a huge hit, and it is the one that got pooped on the worst. And they're probably kind of right, but you've got to look at more than just the little things. And what I mean by that is the little things are the shimmy shake. Enemies do a dance when you shoot them with electrical. So yeah, you don't do as much damage to health with electrical as you do to like shields. But if the enemy's just dancing in front of you and not shooting you back, that's not a bad thing. So electric, while it did take a hit, like Siphon technically took a hit, there are different perks to it that you have to look at. So don't doubt electrical. Don't let people tell you electrical sucks. Don't use electric gun. No, that's not true. Shoot it yourself. Make your own opinion. I'm telling you, just from using a sniper rifle, I have not used the LMG, SMG, AR, the fast shooting weapons. Haven't used them with electrical. I used a bolt action sniper, and I saw how effective it was to have those guys just laying in front of me. Just, hey, shoot me again, buddy, because that's pretty much what it was. They just did that little dance in front of me, and I just kept shooting them. So don't underestimate electrical. Now fire, they say, it's better against health than shields. I haven't shot a fire gun yet in the game, so I don't really know. I can tell you that no nano is working pretty darn well. So don't think a no nano gun is still crap. I think a no nano gun is now much better than it ever was before. Now let's move to your colors, your rarity colors. Here's what I'm going to tell you. My favorite gun has been a Kestis and Springer. It's about Ego 4000. I pulled a 4900 purple one, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna hold this because I'm gonna have a gun that's closer to my Ego to use whenever I pop right in. I also get to use my favorite kind of weapon, the same nano I'm using and everything. we're talking about 900 ego difference. That should be a significant difference in damage. Now, I did not have a mod on the purple one, so I'm going to say that straight up. So I had the damage mod on my legendary one. That legendary one still had 200 more damage. 900 egos less. Yes, it got 7% extra damage from the barrel, but that's not enough to make up for it. I mean, we're talking about 80 or 90. I mean, even if you want to scoot it up to 100, that does not equal 200 points. So I'm telling you, rarity matters. You are getting a lot more damage from a legendary. So if you're sitting there talking about using your blues or your greens, or I'm going to keep these great purples, you compare the same ego, or even take a legendary that's a lot lower ego and compare it to that purple. You're going to see that legendaries are the gun to have now. So, and as you see, I did all the work for somebody. I'm such a wonderful person. I did all that work. Somebody else killed like 2 things and got credit for it too. You're welcome to whoever that was. But anyways, I'm going to end it right here, and I'll catch you guys later.
Let's get some wheels.